shooting stars came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you.
When you have a game such as Odin Sphere with multiple protagonists, addictive gameplay, and stunning visuals, it's not hard to see why characters like Gwendolyn would make a great figure. And only 1 year after the release of the game, Alter did just that with their first rendition of the Valkyrie Princess, released in 2008. With a second release in 2010, the popularity for Alter's Odin Sphere masterpieces did not waver. Gwendolyn was a grail for us for years, and back in 2011, while Dan and I were perusing the dealer's room at Anime Expo, just 1 year after the re-release, her price wasn't very wallet-friendly. So now that she's had a second re-release this year, does Gwendolyn live up to the hype? Put simply, yes. Gwendolyn is full of small, beautiful details that come together to make one outstanding figure. The paint style alone plays around with different textures and styles, and it's more than just a matte versus glossy finish, giving her a real-life feel. And yes, the wings have some serious shine, especially compared to the smooth matte finish of her skin and skirt. We see metallic trim and armor pieces that still give her a bit of shine without going full-on gloss. And the pearlescent finish with her top and arm cuffs round out this figure with at least 4 different paint finishes. On top of the many finishes, a certain paint style stood out to me. The front of her wings have a beautiful ombre-like effect flowing smoothly from green to blue to black. On the underside, however, we see more defined and detailed feathers. I'm not sure why they chose to go with 2 different styles for the wings. I mean, I'm no bird expert, so that could totally be normal, but in the end, I don't think it detracts from this figure. Finishing off the paint talk, of course, in true Alter fashion, the paint job is flawless with clean lines that show you that each figure was crafted with great care. Even her skin has all the right shading that makes her anything but flat. The only thing I would have liked to see, though, is some details on her fingertips to give the girl some nails. But since this figure was originally released over 8 years ago, when the standards for figures weren't so high, I'll give her a pass, especially with all the details in her sculpt with the realistic wrinkles throughout her outfit, as well as her bone structure. Taking a step back now to get the full effect of this figure, there is so much life and movement from base to tip. Her outstretched wings adds balance with such an elongated stance, giving some flair to this action-esque pose, and are surely a focal point for this figure. Her full pose shows off her strength and grace, and is only elevated by such a detailed base that really sets her in her element. The tree stump has great textures and details that give it a bark-like feel, with a bunch of mushrooms growing off the sides as the roots stretch out to the earth below. I'll say it again, a good base really takes the figure from the source material and sets the battleground in Gwendolyn's case. And Gwendolyn isn't battle ready without her cipher spear, which has a beautiful crystal-like effect. Of course, it's just plastic, but still a bit sharp to the touch. Overall, one couldn't ask much more of this figure. She has all the right curves and details that brings this Gwendolyn figure to life. Well, that's it for this review. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the figure down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other reviews. Until then, bye Peekabloos!